friends. This is Mantas from Venom Inc. You are listening to the Heavy Demons Radio Show.
Primeval means the world to me, and I love Temples of Ice and the Wastelands as well. What do you recall about working on such albums, which were more melodic and elaborate than early Venom?
Um, Particularly Primeval, which I still rate as one of my favorite Venom albums. I've always said Venom albums in chronological order for me is Welcome to Hell, Black Metal, Primeval, Resurrection, and now Ave. And I
Okay.
think that is a good progression of a band in songwriting, production, everything. The Primeval album I thoroughly enjoyed doing. I mean, it was great. That was really the first time that I had worked with Tony
Yeah.
that intensely. It was a great period. It was great recording and stuff like that. It still had its ups and downs because of the thing is, you know, you put two original members of Venom
Yeah.
together, and I don't know what it is. There's just something where eventually it just doesn't work. But the actual period of Primeval, I mean, I can remember refusing to do that countless times, you know, being called by, you know, Abaddon and by, you know, Eric, who's now sadly passed away, the manager. But I remember the first time I met Abaddon to discuss this, and we actually met in a KFC in Newcastle. Hadn't seen each other for years. Went in, had the conversation, and he put a sales pitch towards me about this album that they were going to do with Music for Nations. And he was like, okay, then, so what do you think? I was like, well, I'm not interested. I literally walked out. That was it. I just didn't want to work with him, you know. I didn't want to do it. But, you know, then I found out that Tony was involved. Tony found out that I was involved. At that point, neither of us were involved. It was a sort of bargaining point, I think. But then when it all came together, it was great. I just think that the period of time was mishandled, you know, on the live side, gigs and things like that. You know, I think it was mishandled. You know, we did some horrible little shows and things. It wasn't good on the touring side. But musically, I think that album is great.
Yeah.
I think it's a great album. Temples of Ice has got some highlights on it. Temples of Ice, the song itself, is one of the highlights of that album for me. The Wastelands has got a couple of things on. The thing I hate about Temples of Ice and the Wastelands, on both counts, is the album artwork, the covers.
I could imagine that.
Oh my God, they are fucking terrible. The Wastelands, it looks like something off a fucking Grateful Dead album or something. It's like, what the fuck was all that about? I don't know. But, you know, but having said that, you know, then when we were doing Empire of Evil, we were doing all the shows, and we were getting people asking all the time, oh, play something from Primeval, play Temples of Ice, play something from the Wastelands. So we started including quite a bit into the set. And then we just thought, fuck it, why don't we just put it out there to people? Which songs would you like to hear us re-record? And we had an idea of what we would like to re-record. And then we went ahead and did it, and we did the Crucified album.
Yeah.
And honestly, Temples of Ice came out like a motherfucker on that album. Unbelievable. Yeah. And the best live version of that ever was when Al Barnes rejoined us on stage in London, and Jeremy was playing drums. What a version that is live. It's incredible. One of the songs that came out really fucking good on the Crucified album was Need to Kill. It sounds thunderous. And I mean, it's all it's all Mark Jackson on drums on there. And Mark is the guy who was in the Resurrected video that I did. I just asked him, I said, would you play some drums? He's like, yeah, cool, you know. So Mark's on the Resurrected video. The other guy playing bass is Calais, who's he was the bass player in Drill, and he's also my studio mentor. He's the guy that's taught me everything that I know. He's a genius. But yeah, Mark Jackson played all the drums on Crucified. And I remember being in the studio. I was still living in Newcastle at the time, and we went into Blast Studios, which was owned by Eric, who was the Venom manager. And I remember sitting there, and even the engineer, when Mark was in the studio, you know, and Mark was just doing everything to the click track, with a guitar stem playing in the background. And even the engineer just turned around and went, fuck yeah, this kid is a machine. And he is. He's fucking incredible. He's incredible. So if there's any bands out there looking for a session drummer, get a hold of Mark Jackson. I know he's available. He's fucking good. But no, those re-recordings came out really, really good. But hold on to your hats, because there will be something happening with those albums. I'm going to say no more, but there will be something. We're going to fight for this. There's going to be something goes on.
Okay.
Yeah.